Happy Saturday, everybody. I want to make this a really quick podcast about how it's important that you are not hard headed and that you are not disrespectful, especially to a bitch that's giving you game. I want you all to look at this picture that I have on the screen. This picture is of Halle Berry and Lynette McKee. And they both starred in a miniseries that came out in the late 1980s, early 90s called Queen. And Queen is one of those slavery miniseries. It's like a 7, 8 part miniseries starring Halle Berry, Jasmine Guy, a few other black casts. But let me just kind of tie it in. Halle Berry was a mulatto slave that could pass for white. Okay, she was abandoned by her family. Her mom died. So, and her white side of her family treated her like trash. I mean, it's slavery. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, anyway, Halle Berry leaves her plantation and she goes to try to find her way on her own. Okay. In the process of trying to find her way on her own, she becomes destitute. She becomes homeless, destitute, alone, hungry, scared. Okay. So she finds her way to the soup kitchen, and it's a soup kitchen that serves whites only. But Halle Berry could pass for white, so she could eat comfortably in the soup kitchen. Well, the woman in the red dress here was a worker in the soup kitchen. And she is also a mulatto slave who passes for white. So she automatically clocks Halle Berry and sees that, oh, Halle Berry's like me. When you mix, you can always tell when somebody else is mixed. You know what I'm saying? Black, we can tell each other. You know what I'm saying? So Lynette McKee's character goes over to Halle Berry and told Halle Berry, hey, you don't have to be nervous. I know your truth. I know that you're passing for white. So am I. You know what I'm saying? Sis, you don't have to worry about it. Your secret is safe with me. So Lynette McKee and Halle Berry forms a friendship. So Lynette McKee invites Halle Berry to come stay with her. She gives her a place to stay. She gives her food. She gives her nice clothing. She gives her a nice clean bath, cleans her up. And then Halle Berry asked her, are you rich? And Lynette McKee was like, no, I'm not rich, but I have suitors. I have men that take care of me. I want you all to catch this because there are documents and statistics that show that women during the antebellum South after slavery, those that participated in prostitution did well. They did well. You know what I'm saying? Because sex sells. Okay. Since slavery was over, the men couldn't really force themselves on these, free women. They could, but it's not like how you can do it when it's your property. When these motherfucking people are your property and they live in the house with you, it's easy for massa to just go in the little side closet room where the little black bitch sleep, hump on her, and then go on about his day. It's not so easy now that these slaves don't live with you anymore. You have to actually go out and find a black bitch to just hold down and rape. Okay, so Lynette McKee was telling Halle Berry, hey, when I was a slave, I was getting raped by these men. Now that I'm free, they gotta pay for it. Okay, and so Halle Berry is automatically like, nah, I could never do anything like that. That's all. You must be a whore. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And so Lynette McKee was just kind of like, well, it is what it is. But anyway, Lynette McKee finds her a job in a flower shop. She takes her out dancing with her, and they go to this like little ball that's really, really elegant where Lynette McKee was introducing Halle Berry to men. She was slowly trying to integrate Halle Berry into her lifestyle of meeting men and trying to trying to get men to give Halle Berry money. So Halle Berry is having a good time. She's drinking and partying with these men and everything like that. So they go back to Lynette McKee's house, and Halle Berry was telling Lynette McKee how much of a good time that she had, and all of the men treated her like gold and woo woo woo. And so Lynette McKee was like, listen, there are some rules to this shit. Okay? Don't ever tell these men that you are black, and don't ever fall in love. Don't ever fall in love. Make them take care of you financially, and that's it. That's it. Don't fall in love with them. They're not meant to be fallen in love with. They're only meant to take care of you. And Halle Berry is like, well, I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore. Just being real disrespectful and out of fucking pocket. Okay? And I notice a lot of that goes on with a lot of women who come into the presence of a bitch with knowledge and game. You know, bitches want to do their own shit. They want to do shit their way, and they get fucked up. Okay? So catch this shit. Listen to the story, right? So Halle Berry's at her flower shop, and one of her customers come in, and he's all smitten, and he's all like, oh, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, woo, 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 woo. And so Halle Berry and this white man starts this courtship. Again, he does not know that she's black. Okay, so they're hanging out on the 4th of July, and they're going to like the county fairs and all this other stuff. And he thinks that he has him a proper white woman. He thinks that he has him a proper white woman. And so he proposes to Halle Berry. Halle Berry is so excited because that's what she wants, okay? And I don't blame her. A woman who is abandoned by her family. The white side of her family don't fuck with her. They don't want her. She left because she was being abused. Her mama died. Her grandfather, her black grandfather, like all of her black relatives are like dead and gone. So she was like stuck with these white folks that didn't give a fuck about her. You know, she left and she's on her own. Okay, so I can understand her falling in love with this man. She wants to be loved. And she wants to be taken care of. And I understand. I understand. Okay? But this woman right here in the red dress said, no, bitch. She has an insight that you just don't have with your young, gullible ass. Lynette McGee was a seasoned hoe. And she was trying to teach Halle Berry's young dumbass the game. But Halle Berry don't listen. She falls in love, and you know, they go through this little courtship and everything like that. And so one day, Halle Berry shows up at his house. And you know, he's all saying how he's excited to see her or whatever, and he gives her this cough syrup. And this cough syrup kind of makes her drowsy, woo, 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 woo. And so this man forces himself on her. Now remember, Halle Berry is a virgin. She's never had sex before. You know, she's always been sheltered by her black family, and then, you know, and then by her white family. She didn't have no time to be fucking because she was always cooking and cleaning in the plantation house. But so this man, he gives her this cough syrup to make her drowsy so that he could force himself on her. So here she is, she's half-ass drowsy, but at the same time, she knows that he's trying to rape her. So, you know, she fights, and then she's like, I'm a Negro. I'm a Negro. And what the fuck does he do? He whoops her ass. You goddamn dirty nigga. You nigga. And he whoops her ass. And then he rapes her any fucking way. So when she comes home to Lynette McKee, the lady in the red dress, word had already got around that Halle Berry was a nigga, and maybe this woman is a nigga too. So they threw a brick in her motherfucking window. So when Halle Berry walks into Lynette McKee's house, Lynette McKee is cleaning up the glass. And Lynette McKee is furious. She's furious. And she's like, you gotta get the hell out of here. How many times do I have to tell you? You got to listen to me. I have experience in this life. You don't. You gotta get out of here. You fucking it up for me. You fucking it up for me. You gotta get out. And so Halle Berry is like, please, 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 please don't kick me out. He beat me and he raped me. Lynette McKee was like, that's what you get. You hard-headed motherfucker. told you don't do it. Don't tell him that you was black. If he wanted to have sex with you, you needed to make him pay you. I gave you the game, queen, and you didn't follow. Not only did you not follow, you've been disrespectful, calling me a whore and that you don't like my lifestyle, but you living up in my motherfucking house. It be like that sometimes, ladies. It be like that sometimes. And that's why it's imperative that when you all come to me for advice, that you all listen to me. I didn't make it 25 years in the motherfucking game being stupid and making fucked up decisions. I have women coming to me all the time for advice. I give them advice and they say, well, I don't know how that's going to work for me. Fine, bitch, figure it out. What you coming to me for? And then when the shit hits the fan or falls through or becomes negative, you looking stupid. You looking stupid. I just had this shit happen. I told the bitch, fall back. You know, you making your shit hot. Stop doing this. Stop going back and forth on the internet with these motherfuckers. Just talk to your clients. Get your clients in line. Enjoy making money. Have a good time. Go out to dinner with these motherfucking tricks. Don't be out here going back and forth with these hoes and these goddamn stupid ass men. Deal with the men who take care of you. And this is what Lynette McKee's character was trying to explain to Halle Berry. You need to only be for the money. Don't fall in love with them. Be polite, be kind, don't be disrespectful. Because Halle Berry had a little smart ass mouth on her. Okay? She had a little smart ass mouth because here she is, she's a half biracial slave who grew up in the big house. So she has some luxuries. Okay, especially when she was a little girl. When she was a little girl on the plantation, she had a lot of little luxuries. But as she got older, the mistress of the house just wasn't really fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? Because Halle Berry was the daughter of her husband. So she's just like, I ain't getting ready to fuck with this little nigga child. You know, you my husband's daughter. Well, fuck you. You know, that's pretty much how she treated Halle Berry. And because Halle Berry had to grow up kind of like that, Halle Berry had a smart ass mouth. She did. She had a smart ass mouth. And it was kind of aggravating me watching the way she was talking to Lynette McKee's character as Lynette McKee was trying to give her some motherfucking game. Oh, you a whore. I would never do that. I would never do that. You know? Not soaking in no game. You know? And so Halle Berry was trying to explain to Lynette McKee, he raped me. And so Lynette McKee was like, you are not the only one who has ever been raped. When I tell you to do something, you need to do it. If you would have followed my instructions from the get-go, little girl, you wouldn't have even been in the predicament in the first place. You know? Because I believe Lynette McKee was seeing, like, clients out of her house and shit like that. You know, Halle Berry could have had it set up. She could have had her own little private in-call out of Lynette McKee's house. Lynette McKee had a nice house, furnished, beautiful. She wasn't living in no shotgun shack that the slaves was living in. She had a nice little place. You know? Nice place. We talking about New Orleans. Nice house in the 1700s, whatever it is. No, this got to be like after 1865 because I know they freed the slaves in like 1865. So this was probably like, you know, towards the late 1800s, right? So Lynette McKee was living good. She was living good. And here come Halle Berry just being disrespectful, you know. So I just want to just pass this word on to y'all ladies. You know what I'm saying? When I do these consultations with y'all and I give y'all advice on how to just live. And a lot of times, the advice that I give a lot of you ladies, you all don't want to hear. I tell a lot of you ladies, this industry ain't for you. You need a regular 9 to 5. Especially a lot of you chicks out here that don't have no cars and things, so you all can't get around to go get no money and shit. You all live with somebody, so the trick can't come to your house. So it's almost like, bitch, your best bet is to just go work at Chipotle till you get your money stacked up, get you your own little place. That way the tricks can come to you. Or at least you can get you a little piece of a car. That way you can go to the trick. I was telling a bitch this the other day, and she wasn't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? She living with her sister, her 4 kids, her sister's kids, and you know what I'm saying? She ain't got no car, or she's sharing a car. I said, baby, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You ain't gonna make enough money to sustain yourself. You know, number one, you living in the hood with your sister, with your 4 kids, her children. You all got a car that you all got to share. Not yet, baby. Not yet. It might be delayed, but it's not denied. I'm not saying you can't be an escort. I'm just saying right now ain't the time for you. You need to get you a regular 9 to 5, stack you up some money so you can get you your own place, or get you a car, or get yourself established so that you can see clients without so much interference, so much shit going around. You know, I remember when I was seeing clients and my son was young. My son was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I remember having to always have to not necessarily child-proof, but take the children shit away from our house. You know, so when clients come in, they didn't see the big wheel that was in my living room. They didn't see the sippy cup that was on my dining room table. I de-child my whole apartment so that when clients come over, they did not see the remnants of a child, because that can be a turnoff to some men. Men don't want to walk up in your motherfucking house and see that rolled up diaper on the motherfucking kitchen table. You done just changed your baby and shit before the baby left, and you ain't throw the motherfucking diaper away because goddamn trash is filled up, and you couldn't squeeze the diaper in the trash bag because the trash bag is already tied up. Bitch, y'all forget I live in the hood, baby. I know all y'all secrets. I know all the little bullshit y'all do. You know? And I was telling the girl, I said, nah, not yet. Not yet. You need to get your own place, get your own little nice place. You need to child-proof the house. So when clients come over, throw all your children's toys and shit in the basement or in a closet. When a man comes to your house to get some pussy, he should not see remnants of children everywhere. She didn't want to hear that though, but you know, it is what it is. If she decides to do escorting now, she's only going to make a little bit of money just to eat, get some rock. She ain't going to really make no money where she can buy a house and buy a car and travel with it. She's not going to make that type of money. She's going to make the twos and fews.